So today we're going to be making fudgy brownies, and I got this recipe from laurainthekitchen.com, and she has a YouTube channel called Laura in the Kitchen, and this was one of her first ever recipes. So I'm going to get started with this. So first of all, what you need to do is preheat your oven to gas mark 6, 180 degrees or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you need to line a baking tray or something that you can put your brownies in. We haven't actually got a proper a deep, you know, like a deep one to put it in, but this should do for us. A small cup, so this is my cup which I've just got, and you need to mix together warm water with the instant espresso powder. I use the Nescafe instant coffee, which is kind of similar. And you can use whatever one you don't. Don't ever use coffee granules because it will not dissolve properly. That's what it says. And you need 2 tablespoons of water and 1 tablespoon, sorry, of the instant espresso. So you just want to stir that. Once you've done that, you just want to set it aside. Okay, now in a large bowl, you need to get a whisk. Okay, you need to whisk together the sugar, and you need 5 ounces of caster sugar. And I don't know what ounces is, so I kind of made it out to grams, and the grams side of it, it is 150 grams, so I'm just going to put that in here. And the butter, and it's got to be room temperature, and you needed 150 grams of butter, sorry, and 1 cup of sugar. I got that wrong. Just going to put that in here, and then what you need to do is you just need to whisk them. See, my mind's just going all weird because it's early in the morning. You need to whisk them until they are light and fluffy. Now, once you've done that, it should look a bit like that, like a kind of a dough in a way, fluffiness. And I didn't use an electric mix, and it took quite a while, and my arm's hurting now. I ended up using a spatula just because it's easier. And by the way, I have washed my hands before this, so don't say, oh, you're using your hands. I did wash them. Also, what I want to say is, I always do cooking in my PJs, and I bet you're wondering why. It's just because basically I always do cooking in the morning before I get dressed. So, yeah, that's why. Okay, now you need to add 2 eggs. Now, once you've added the eggs, you need to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and you need to add your espresso mix, which is your coffee, instant coffee. You need to add that into there. Carry on mixing. I use my spatula, but I'm going to use my whisk now because I think it might be easier. So I'm just going to mix that, and then I'll be back. Now, once I've mixed this all together, it's kind of like, it looks a bit like coffee in a way. You need to add the melted chocolate. Now, you need 7 ounces of melted chocolate, and I melted this beforehand, so I suggest you do this as well. So I'm just going to pour this in. Once you've mixed the chocolate and it's turned like a dark brown colour, you need to add all the dry ingredients left, and the only things left are cocoa powder and self-raising flour. So you need 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, and then you need 2.5 cups of self-raising flour. And then you just need to mix it, but don't over mix it, just mix it until everything is combined, and it's all like a smooth mixture, and then I'll be back. Now, once that's all combined, and it should look a bit, you can see from the top of the camera, just like all nice and gooey. And now you need to pour it in to your tray. So try and find the deepest tray you can. If you cannot, then just try and find like this kind of tray. Just pour it in, and I'm going to be pouring it in with a spatula because I think it's going to be way easier than pouring it in with a mix. So let's do this. So I've poured it in and I've spreaded it evenly. Can you see? And now I'm going to put it in the oven. So I told you the temperature for 40 to 45 minutes. But I might just check on it in the 30-minute mark just to check. And the same thing, you just check, just like put a skewer or a knife through the middle. See if it comes out dry, and then you're finished. And then you have to leave it on a rack to cool. And then I'll show you when it's cooled, and then I can show you the taste of it. So bye-bye, little brownie. So these have been out the oven for about 5 minutes now, and they've not completely cooled, but I've cut them. And as you can see, they've cracked. But if you actually look on her video of it, or her recipe, hers is actually done the same as well. I don't know why, but she said that when she done it, it's always been cracked. But I don't know whether mine's cracked even more or the same as hers. I'm not too sure. But anyways, I think they look nice. I've just dusted them with a bit of confectioner's sugar, or icing sugar, as we call it. And yes, and as you can see, it's just kind of like this here. But it doesn't really matter to me. So I'm going to take this part here, because this looks like a nice part. See how it looks inside. It's really warm as well, which is nice. That is really nice. Sorry if you can hear me chewing, but you can actually taste the coffee in it. If you don't like coffee, you don't actually have to have the espresso powder. She said it was optional, but I had it and I like coffee. And it just tastes so nice. It's so like nice in the middle. And it just tastes really nice and chocolatey. But obviously if you ate too much, it would probably make you sick. This is like, it's not like really heavy, it's like kind of a light. And yeah, so I will leave the recipe down in the info. It's just, I haven't been doing that recently just because it's kind of been like hard because they've been in books and then I'd have to copy it all up. So I just couldn't really be asked to do that, which is kind of lazy. But anyhow, I think I made a good job with this. I don't care about like the presentation and stuff. It's just the taste, I think, that tastes nice. But hey ho. So yeah, leave any like comments or requests to do for baking and I will sure try them. And I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.